All right, welcome everybody to this episode of the Driven Life podcast. My co-host, Dr. Alfredo is here, and we are going to share with you how we are trying to stay sane through this quarantine. So, Dr. Alfredo, how about you? Why don't you give us an idea of what your day-to-day looks like right now that we can't really do our usual life?
Well, I definitely think that it's been a little bit of a challenge to get something going, especially for me. Like, I'm normally such like a regimented person with my work that like I follow like my nice morning routine to like a T, and then I go into the office, and I come home for lunch, and I have like such this great like little thing built up in my life normally that once everything stopped, I was kind of like, where do I go from here? Like, what is this normal going to look like?
Yeah.
And so I've kind of been playing with it over the last few weeks. But the number one thing I think um, that's gotten me through it is that every morning I force myself to do some kind of like content building and something related to chiropractic in my work life
Right.
that just gets me started in the day, helps me to check in with everybody, get people engaged, think about where people are at and what people are doing. And that's kind of been my routine, I would say, for the last 2 weeks at least. Is every
Yeah.
morning I wake up, um, I kind of do my somewhat adapted routine that I normally have,
Yeah.
in terms of like having coffee, then like taking Lucy out for a nice walk and enjoying the fresh air. And then I kind of get back into it, and for the next like few hours, um, you know, I focus on chiropractic and like stuff that can be transformed some way into helping people.
Right.
Um,
So you're focusing on starting the day on a productive kind of note,
yeah,
like doing something that at least is going to be beneficial to somebody out there,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
So what time did you used to wake up before all of this happened?
So I was like an early riser. I used to wake up at probably like on average during the week, I was up at 5:30
Okay.
in the
And
morning,
now?
and now I'm up at like 7:30.
Yeah.
So it feels great. Like I get
Yeah.
to sleep in,
Yeah.
um, but
Are you going to bed later than before?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Not by much. Like normally I would say like I used to go to bed around 10.
Hmm.
But now I'm pushing it to like 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, it I feel like getting up at 7 or 7:30 is still not like horrible.
Right.
And it gives me a lot of time in my day to still get everything done, because let's face it, my list of things to do has come down. has
Yeah.
come
Totally.
down a little bit, yeah.
So do you find, like, at what time do you stop working or trying to do something that is productive? At what time do you just like shut it down?
Usually what I'm finding is it depends what kind of like zone I'm in.
Hmm.
And this is another thing I've kind of learned throughout this whole process, is that I'm not like super hard on myself when I have a bad day.
Yeah.
So like today, for example, I went up like right until about 2 o'clock, getting some work done.
Hmm.
And then just before this, I kind of took a little bit of a break for myself to get till before we got back into this. But I would say on average, like I'm spending like 3 to 4 hours in the morning. So I'll end around lunchtime and noon when I start to get really hungry.
Yeah.
Um, that's generally kind of been the regimen throughout the last few days. Yeah.
Yeah. And what are you doing with your downtime? Like, once you're not in a work mode, once you're not in productive mode, what are you doing with that time?
I'm interested to hear what you're doing.
Oh man, I got lots.
Um, for me, I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
Yeah.
um,
That's awesome.
I'm guilty of it. I'm on Netflix. I'm scouring social media for things. I've been getting outside quite a bit. I'm usually going on 3 or 4 walks a day now, it feels like.
Wow. Oh,
And
because of Lucy? Like this.
because of Lucy, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like nice out, and it's just I got to get out of this apartment every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Totally.
always in here.
Yeah.
Um, I am reading a little bit. One of the I'm in a book right now that I'm having like a really hard time getting into. So I'm back in that phase of like forcing myself to read for only like 15 or 20 minutes a day,
Right.
and hopefully kind of like getting my myself back into this book. But it's not taking for whatever reason. And it should be good. Like it seems like a good book, but it's just not taking. And so eventually I hope to be reading maybe even a little bit more. I've also gotten into a little bit of baking.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow. Look at you exploring your artsy side.
I know. And like it's kind of weird. I had sort of like tried baking like a few things like before, like a muffins here or whatever. Mainly because when I want something sweet, like I want to know what was in it as
Right.
opposed to like, buying from the grocery store or something.
Yeah.
But so that's been kind of fun to do that. And it seemed to be like a big craze that was on like social media everywhere where people are baking breads
Yeah.
and stuff. So I mean, I kind of hopped on that bandwagon, and why not? Like if you can learn how to make like fresh food for yourself,
Totally.
I think it's a kind of a good hobby to
Fresh is always better. I have yet to ever bake anything
have.
myself, ever
Really?
in my life. Yeah.
I mean, it's it it can be relaxing because like it gets your mind off of like thinking about other things, and you're kind of
Right.
just focused at the task at hand, and
Right.
it's a task that you have to do indoors.
Yeah.
Um, but like I'm no expert at it. I think my things come out edible, which is
Hey, that's all that matters. I mean, you're not trying to sell it.
no, exactly.
So let
Yeah,
me give you an idea of what my so before this happened for me, I was also an early riser. I'd be up at 5. Sometimes I was up at 3 in the morning, man, and I would try and get some of my deep work from 3 to like 6 a.m. and then jump into meetings or calls with clients or whatnot, coaching calls or whatever. And now it's definitely changed. Um, Now my work day is more like from around 7 a.m. to about 2, 3, maybe 4 p.m.
yeah,
And then that's it. And right now it consists primarily of coaching calls with clients, consultations with new clients signing up. Now that everybody has been indoors for like 2 or 3 weeks, they're like, okay, the fun is over. Like, I
yeah.
need to do something about this kind of
The
thing.
novelty is done.
Yeah, exactly. So we're getting a lot of people that way, and then just checking in with the team. The I definitely have had more downtime than before. Like I'm still doing a lot of work, but I've gotten very efficient, and my calls with clients, whether they are brand new clients that are just signing up or clients that have been with me for a long time, are maximum 25 minutes. Like it's just like in and out and moving on to the next one, right? Um, Now, something that I'm doing that I was not doing before is I've gone back to watching Survivor. I used
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah,
love Survivor,
yeah.
and for the life of me, I just couldn't find it anywhere online.
Hmm.
Uh, and it used to be something that my son and I watched together every week, and we were looking forward to it and everything. He was
Yeah,
like 7 years old,
yeah,
and now he's 12. We signed up for CBS All Access. It's like $5 a month or something like that.
yeah.
Canceled Disney Plus, and now we watch a couple episodes every night. So we've devoured like 3 seasons since this started.
Yeah,
Um,
that's great.
that and playing video games.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to bed a lot later than I used to, because I know that I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally wearing pajama pants right now. Like,
Yeah, and, like, what's it like for you with having like both of your kids at home all the time? Like, is that as challenging as like I see on social media? I mean, you have really good kids.
we are very blessed in that way. They are very good. They get along great. They're very self-sufficient. Like Alexi can make dinner for him and his sister, like, and he's 12, right?
Yeah,
So that, I mean, it's nothing fancy. He's not baking, but he's feeding her, and he totally can if we are busy, right? So no, it's been great. to be honest, Katie takes care of most of that. I'm just downstairs, my door is closed, and I get to work here, and then I come upstairs. Like I've come upstairs twice today since I got up just to like refill my coffee and get a bite to eat and come back down. So
Yeah.
after this call, I'm done, and then I go upstairs, hang out,
Cool.
just be lazy. Really, like it's been lazy. So my strategy going forward, because I'm also getting to that point where I'm like, okay, this is a little too much, right?
Yeah.
A little too much downtime. I just signed up for I don't know if you're familiar with Jason Phillips. He is a master when it comes to nutrition, um, like deep nutrition, and he's one of the people that I've learned a lot from over the years. And he just released a course that I'm looking forward to, and I signed up for it yesterday. Um,
Cool.
but so I am trying to acquire new skills. I've signed up for that, and I've signed up for a copywriting course from Brendan, not Brendan Bouchard, no, Russell Brunson,
Oh yeah.
and the owner of ClickFunnels. And I am gonna get through it, but I haven't started it yet. I
Yeah.
just signed up for it yesterday. So
Yeah. That's a good idea. Like I've been toying with that idea as well as like, trying to do some kind of online learning. Um, and that kind of brings, I have a question for you, because I'm kind of wondering the same thing for myself, and I already have a few ideas in my own head. But like after all this is said and done, like, do you think you'll take anything from like the way you've had to adapt your business and your life, like going forward? Like, do you think there's some positive things that have come out of it for you?
1,000%.
Yeah.
So let me give you this example. Last year in May, we had a flood in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that may not know, I run a fitness facility in Vancouver Island, and it is in person, right? It's group personal training, and we run classes with people with bodies in the gym. And we had a flood that basically made it impossible for us to do our classes indoors. So we pivoted on the spot, and the very next morning we had our class set up outside in the parking lot. The only classes that really needed to be outside were the larger classes, because basically half of the gym we could not use it. And so we moved the workout outdoors. At first it was weird, it was odd. People were like, what, we're working out outside? Okay, I guess so. 3 weeks later, when we were able to get back indoors, people were asking if we could continue doing outdoor workouts.
Wow, yeah.
So that tells me, and that's what I communicated to my members. I was like, this is different, but guaranteed when the quarantine comes to an end, there's going to be people that are going to ask if we can just continue to do online classes, because you will see certain advantages, right? Now you can do the workout whenever it works for you. You don't have to drive. Nobody's watching.
Yeah.
I mean, we're watching because we can see you and we can coach you on your form, but there's certain advantages to it. And I definitely think that it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because what happens if 95% of my clients say, hey, you know what, I actually prefer this.
Yeah.
We will just go to where our clients ask us to go, right? If that's what works for them, great, we'll pivot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, like that is one of the nice things that I've noticed about like my like at home workouts. Like I've been complaining a little bit about my at home workouts recently, because like they're just not the same for me.
right.
However, I do like that, like, if I want to start a workout or do something at like 2:37, I can
Yeah.
just go start doing it at that time, because I'm not like regimented by like someone else's schedule. So that
Right.
that has been appealing, and something that I didn't realize I liked as much as I do.
Yeah.
And so for even for people moving forward, like there is some aspect of like that I miss, especially of going to like an actual gym and
Of course.
interacting with people. But sometimes you can't make it to the gym on that day or that time for whatever reason. So it's almost like there is nice to have this kind of like backup, if you will, or
You know
this
what we're
option.
doing at the end of the workout. Um, So for the people that jump on a workout that is through here, through Zoom, we can see you, right? So you can choose to turn your camera on and then we can see you. We can coach you on your form. We can push you, right? Like if you've been doing push-ups for a minute and you're slowing down towards the end, I can be like, go on, Alfredo, 10 more seconds. And you're going to get a little more out of that than if you were just reading the workout.
Right, right.
And when the workout is done, we do our stretch and our cool down and whatnot, and then we hang out.
Yeah.
Like we'll just be like, all right, awesome. And while we drink our coffee, in the morning or whatever, we'll just be chatting for like 5 or 10 minutes with our clients. And it may sound very simple, but it's very important to keep that sort of connection,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
To make
completely
sure
agree.
that you're still interacting with other adults.
Yeah, no kidding.
And but the other thing that we've done is we've divided all of our clients in groups, and we've assigned one of our coaches to each one of these groups, and now the coaches are basically accountability coaches, right? So they'll be messaging their clients
Awesome.
2 or 3 times per week, just checking in, right? Like, how's your water? What's
Yeah.
for dinner? When's your next workout? How's your weigh-in this morning? Like, and lo and behold, I mean, because there's somebody there checking in on you, you're going to get it done, right? So
Yeah.
it's just like everything, man. Change is the only constant in life, and you can resist change all you want, but change doesn't care. Like,
Yeah.
change is going to happen, and you're just going to thrive if you're able to pivot on the spot, right?
Yeah.
Adapt.
Adapt. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Now, I'm definitely enjoying a little more on the food side, for sure. But it's been so hard for me to not eat out.
Yeah.
Like, I eat out a lot, and now I haven't in like 3 weeks. I feel like I never thought I could do this.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird, but
No, it's true. Like, same with that. Like me, like I'm not eating out as much because I mean you just can't.
yeah.
Um,
Are you ordering food?
uh, very little
Yeah,
because for me, my like I'm watching my expenses pretty tightly right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
But when I can, I am for sure. Like I want to support my favorite restaurants
yeah.
as much as I
Oh
can.
man,
Keep them in.
I really want to.
Yeah,
Katie is just like paranoid about somebody potentially not having washed their hands, and
right. I mean,
so.
but it is on food. The heat's gonna kill everything while they're preparing it. But I guess in the like post handling of the cooking.
Oh, trust me. One day I ordered a pizza. I was like, screw it. I'm
Yeah.
ordering a pizza. And I ordered it. Oh my God. I didn't like it took me I heard about it longer than it took me to eat the pizza.
Yeah.
Like, just not worth it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I'm eating frozen pizzas
There you
once
go.
a week. Not the same.
Cool. Yeah. This
Well,
this feels like a good spot to end our discussion for today, and I think we got some good things that have been helping us and making us adapt to this situation.
yeah, I think that for anybody out there, I think you nailed it on the head. The most important thing is to be kind to ourselves and understand that we are in a period of where a lot is unknown, and because of that we are going to be a little bit off
Yeah.
track, right? Like, wherever we feel normally, well, everything was changed overnight for us, and we just need to be flexible and adapt, and understand that things may look a little bit different than what we had planned, and that's okay, because this will pass sooner or later,
Mhm.
and life's going to go back to normal, right? So make sure that in the process you don't just beat yourself down to a pulp
Yeah.
with guilt or shame or anything like that, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're 100% right. Like one of the things that has kind of been crossing my mind is like there's just no right answer or right way to be handling things. So don't be as hard on yourself, like you said, and um, we will get through this because there's never been a time where we've had like something to like reflect on and know how we're supposed to act or how we're supposed to feel or
That's right.
what we're supposed to do with ourselves. And
Yeah.
by nature, humans are just so social normally that like taking that piece out is a very difficult thing for us. And so I think we have to use what we have right now to the, to the best that we can, with respecting kind of everyone and everything around us, and you know, learn lessons from this, and just keep moving forward, because we're gonna make it through this.
That's right.
Tell myself that every day. We're gonna make it through
Yeah,
this.
that's right. There's no scenario where we don't make it through.
Yeah.
So you may as well, enjoy the positives of it and then just adapt and move forward. But it'd be interesting to hear from everybody. If let us know, drop a comment and let us know how you are dealing with this. What is helping you stay sane? Maybe your situation at home is very different than ours, and maybe your kids are bouncing off the walls, and maybe I don't know, whatever it is. Drop a comment to let us know how you're dealing with it, and that way we can just kind of support each other, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We look
Take
forward
care.
to seeing you again next week. Talk to you soon.